Welcome to the Football Rig, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're having an AAR, the after action review for the Champions League match day one. It was an phenomenal games in the past 3 days, starting from Thursday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're gonna go through the games. I'm just gonna focus on the English teams because we have a lot of teams. I cannot cover all of them. I can't say that I watched all of them, but I watched all of the English teams, and it's really a good start for my team, Arsenal. I'm happy with that. I'm so happy with that. So I'm gonna start with that segment first, but make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. You know what? This is going to be a regular thing. I'm going to do AARs for Premier League. I'm going to do AARs for the Champions League. This is something that I want to keep doing, which is the after action review for both big tournaments. We could do it also in the FA Cup. You never know. I mean, it's something to do. I mean, it's a reaction to an action that happened, a reaction for an action that happened. So we're going to start first and foremost with my team. Big up the Gunners, big up Arsenal, what they did in the Champions League for the first game away in Bilbao, in the Basque region. That's the origin of Mikel Arteta. And we managed to win 2-0. I'm going to present the stats of the game. I'm going to start talking about it. I watched the game. You can check the watch along as well. Here's the first game, ladies and gentlemen. Atletico Bilbao versus Arsenal. It was, a 2-0 for Arsenal. To be honest, I was not happy with the first half that I watched. I was really frustrated with it. But still, Arsenal showed a bit of maturity. Arsenal did not fumble. They managed to control the game somehow. They managed to absorb the momentum. I mean, you're playing in Spain, in one of the toughest, I would say, stadiums in Spain. Atletico Bilbao has a good start for the La Liga. So they had 4 games and they won three games out of 4. Similarly, Arsenal as well. They won 3 games out of 4 games. The only game that we lost is against Liverpool, but we managed to score goal games, and most important, two goals, and also we managed to keep a clean sheet. Now, Arsenal played 5 games in the season and they didn't really concede any goals, and that's really important. That's really important. It shows levels of our defense, and I'm happy about that. But I would say Arteta's subs change everything in Bilbao. Martinelli comes on and scores inside 36 seconds, then sets up Trossard for the second as well. Arsenal didn't overextend, I would say. They controlled the middle third, waited for tired legs, then struck, with I would say with fresh legs. Away from home in Europe, that's textbook maturity for me. And that's where I say Mikel Arteta actually evolved in the in-game management. He managed to, I would say, read the game very well. I was not convinced, to be honest, with his substitutions, but his substitutions came through. And shout out to Arteta. I'll give him a credit when credit is due. And these are one of the nights that I would say kudos to Arteta to what he did. He came in with Martinelli. He was clutch, and Trossard also was clutch. But if we can see the stats here, the shots are almost similar, and showing the possession of Arsenal and the passing accuracy and all of that. That shows that we went there and we actually dominated the game. And I know it's only Bilbao, but it's very important for us because I think we had never won a away game since I think 2013 or 2014, which is a crazy stat that you have not win starting Champions League away since a long time ago. And it shows confidence in the team and also depth in the squad where Mosquera played, and he showed also that he was really good in the defense. Saliba was in the bench, and we didn't have Odegaard, we didn't have Saka, and we managed to get a win. And this shows levels in our depth. And when we play Madueke or we play Mosquera, or even we play. But I didn't like the starting 3 in the midfield, which is Moreno, Rice, and Zubimendi. I thought that was a bit iffy and a bit slow in terms of a midfield. But I'm glad he changed it later on. I mean, he got Trossard in, Martinelli in. But anyways, I'm happy with the win. I'm happy with the win, and I'm gonna move from this. let's move on from Arsenal. I want to talk about one of the games that really hurt me, man. It hurt me to say it. It hurt me to, man. I've been screaming even in my space and Twitter, saying, how the hell did Liverpool manage to snuff that win? No idea, man. No idea. Classic Anfield arc, blitz, wobble, killer, punch. This you call it what you want, man. These guys are winning in the last minute. In the last minute, Salah came through in the first 5 or 6 minutes. He managed to score 2 goals. Salah is Salah. Nobody can deny Salah from where we are, man. Salah is a great player, one of the legends of the game, one of the legends in the Premier League, and also a legend in Liverpool. I mean, he's delivering. He's delivering. I mean, the guy is I don't know, like 34 years old, and he's still delivering in high level and crazy numbers. This is something you need to understand and fathom. This guy is he's like wine. The longer I mean, when he age, the more quality he shows. To up inside 6 minutes. Robertson, Salah, but Atletico dragged it back. I mean, they managed to come through with a special player called Llorente, and it seems like he's a specialist in scoring against Liverpool, and he managed to score 2 goals and get Atletico Madrid back. And you know what? I would say, and also Simeone got a red card later on. We will talk about that. But the guy that you guys have to understand, the guy who was the man of the match, Virgil van Dijk. VVD is a true captain and a true leader on the pitch, and he's clutch. I honestly believe that VVD or Virgil van Dijk is the best defender that I've seen in the Premier League, at least in my lifetime. I don't know, maybe there was some good defenders back in the day, but I don't think. I mean, I watched the likes of John Terry, I've watched Rio Ferdinand, I watched Sol Campbell, I watched a lot of, really good defenders in the Premier League, and I think VVD overtakes them. I know when it comes to trophies, maybe not, but VVD, the performance that he's putting, and even when he was in Southampton, the guy is just he's a great defender. He's a massive defender. He's huge, man. This guy's clutch, man. And he comes in the last minute of the game and he scores that header and helps Liverpool to take the 3 points. And Liverpool so far is unbeaten. And you know what? I cannot say any more about Liverpool, man. They just keep on delivering, man. They keep on delivering. Those Liverpool, man, they are clutch. They are clutch. And I think any goal is scored beyond the 80th minute is just called Liverpool. I would say Liverpool time, and they earn it, and they earn it. And to be honest, if you look at the stats as well, it says that Liverpool really controlled the game. I don't know how Atletico Madrid managed to score 2 goals against them, but doesn't matter with Liverpool. Even if you score, it doesn't matter with Liverpool. It does not matter with Liverpool. The guys are going to come clutch in the last minutes and actually score against you. And they've proven it again and again and again. It's frustrating to watch. I'll be honest. I'll be really honest. As an Arsenal fan, I'm seeing this. It's devastating. It's frustrating for me, but I cannot hate. I cannot hate. These guys have the mentality. These guys are winners. And Slot is just, I don't know what he's doing with Liverpool, man, players, but he managed to get them running like that. Man, I think every Liverpool fan should be buzzing, man. I think, man. And if they win the league or the Champions League as well, they should go for a treble, to be honest, with that kind of form. I mean, imagine like the likes of Verts didn't really click in so far. The likes of Isak is still not even engaged in the team. I mean, he had his debut today, but really didn't do much. But imagine those players come in and really gel with the team. I mean, this team is going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable, man. Verts and Isak. But it is what it is. I think Liverpool deserve the win. There's no doubt about that. No doubt whatsoever about that. But Atletico Madrid try to come back in the game, and Simeone really lost his head. Diego Simeone lost his fucking head in the last minute. He went crazy on the fans and he went crazy on the fan, and actually the ref had to actually show the red card to him. and it was crazy. The game was crazy. I watched it. I mean, it's nuts. And I think every Liverpool fan, even when you win in that kind of last minute, it has that feeling into it, that aura into it, man. I know how it feels because I felt it a little bit with Arsenal last season, a couple of the few seasons ago, where you score in the last minute. The feeling is amazing, man. You're like drawing or like shit and all that, and you score in the last minute, like you're going crazy, you're going wild, and the feeling is nice. The feeling is nice when you win in the last minute. But is it sustainable? We'll have to see. Cannot judge at the moment. We'll have to see if this is actually sustainable, if they can actually keep on doing it. I believe they can, but let's see if they can. They keep on doing it. I'll move on now to the bums of London. The only team in London. I mean, three teams from London played in Champions League: Arsenal, Spurs, and Chelsea. The Blues, and the Blues got spanked. The Blues got spanked. Big up Zier. Big up Zier. You actually, I mean, he predicted 3-2 to be honest, but they got a 3-1 score, and I think Bayern Munich just nailed it in the transition. They were really, you can see that Bayern Munich is just a very good team, a team with experience, a team that actually knows how to play in the Champions League. Chelsea is still a young team. I mean, last year they were in the Conference League, and I don't think this team played in the Champions League. So I know they played in the World Cup and all that, and they won it, but the Champions League is just different. I understand when you go in the World Cup and you play teams and Brazilian teams and Asian teams and all that stuff. I mean, but when it comes to the Champions League, the levels are different, Chelsea. The levels are different. Look at this 16 shot, 5-1 target by Bayern Munich, 56% possession, and 6 corners. And they just dominated Chelsea overall. Cole Palmer actually drew with them, and we should have seen like a cameo or a comeback from Chelsea, but nah. Bayern Munich just played them, man. Just played them easily, man. Vincent Company managed to really, put a good tactic there to stop Chelsea, nullify them, control the midfield, and play on the transition. And they just did it, man. They just did it, Chelsea. I'll be honest. Chelsea was, really good. And Harry Kane at the heart of it. And Chalobah with an own goal, that bozo, from across, I think Olise's cross. Olise played very well as well. I saw the guy. I mean, he was really, really excellent. Chelsea showed promising build-up under Maresca, but every mistake in defense was ruthlessly punished, and that's where Bayern Munich is thriving, is because Chelsea's defense is bad. And I told Zier this. I told Zier, listen, Chelsea, if you don't win against Chelsea, you guys are bozos, because their defense is shit. Their defense is utterly bad, and their goalkeeper is bad. And I don't think that's a defense that can win Champions League, to be honest, to be fair. They need a massive, massive upgrade when it comes to the defense. This is the Champions League. I mean, pattern looks nice, but decision in your own box decided games. And I think Chelsea's decisions or decision making was not really mature. But, the team is still young, and I think they will grow. I would say really quickly, because they do have good players. They do have the likes of Cole Palmer, Caicedo, Enzo. I mean, they have really, really good team, but I don't think at this current moment of time they will compete in the Champions League. We'll see. We'll see how it goes with Chelsea. We'll see how it goes with Chelsea, man. Oh man, Chelsea got spanked, bro. Chelsea got annihilated, Chelsea, man. But let's move on from Chelsea. I want to keep the last game because today I was watching 2 games simultaneously, which is Newcastle, and also I watched the game of Manchester City. I'll talk to them in a bit, but I want to give some credit to the Spurs. I've been giving a lot of credit to the Spurs, a lot of credit to the Spurs, but it is what it is. They deserve it, man. The Spurs deserve it. The Spurs won 1-0 versus Villarreal with an own goal from Villarreal. But what I want to say about Spurs is Thomas Frank managed to transform this team to a really structured team. This is what I can say. And they are moving under the radar. A lot of people are saying stuff about Thomas Frank, but nobody's talking about Spurs because the expectation is not there for Spurs. But you cannot dismiss what Thomas Frank did for this club. Thomas Frank actually transformed him from Ange Postecoglou to Thomas Frank play style. It's a massive difference. Massive difference. You cannot say anything about it. Massive difference. Massive difference, man. Not pretty, but perfect for Spurs as a start, to be honest. One shot on target in the whole match, but who cares? Really, who cares? Spurs get a 1-0 thanks to an early own goal. After that, it was pure game stat, management, I would say. Nothing really fancy, nothing really wow, nothing really marvelous. No dribbles, no crazy shenanigans. They just went there, one goal, tactically outsmarted them, outplayed them, and that's it. Easy peasy for Thomas Frank. I think I believe. I mean, from what I've seen, I believe that it was an easy peasy game for them, but boring, but perfect start for them in the Champions League. Really, really good job from Thomas Frank and the Spurs in the Champions League. And the English teams are doing very well, except for the Blues. The Blues got spanked. And of course, we're going to talk about Newcastle, even though, I thought Newcastle played very, very well. So let's talk about Newcastle, man. That's why I was a bit late, because I was watching Newcastle and Barcelona. It went like 8 minutes into the stoppage time or added time. And, speaking of Tottenham, speaking of Newcastle, man, Newcastle is just, I would say we're watching a learning curve in the real time. This is what's happening with Newcastle. Newcastle is playing one of the top elite teams in world football. You are playing Barcelona in the Champions League. You cannot, say that Barcelona is a weak team. Barcelona is Barcelona, and Marcus Rashford just had a bracer. Marcus Rashford managed to score 2 important goals. And, shout out to him, man. Those goals were really good. Really, really good goals. I mean, I know Rashford, when he was in Manchester United, when he was really banging for them. And that's the levels that I've seen Marcus Rashford. And I think the transfer to Barcelona really, really helped him. It helped him a lot to work hard in training. And you can actually see, the results. You can see what is happening with Marcus Rashford in real time in Barcelona. The guy is back. Somehow he's back. And I think, Barcelona, Hansi Flick is actually pushing him to do more. And that's what really, really helped him. But I think that the occasion was bigger than Newcastle. This is massive. When you play Barcelona, this is a big team. But they managed to score a goal. And it wasn't any goal. It was a really good goal. A goal that was a team play goal. The passes from Voltemata to the right wing, and from the right wing all the way to Gordon. I mean, there was something cooking in Newcastle. Even though they lost one of their best player, which is Isak. But still, they managed to put a performance. They scored a late goal. They try to come back, to snatch a draw, but they didn't. They couldn't. They couldn't do it. But big up to them. And this is one of the games that you learn. Me as an Arsenal fan, it's not like we won in the Champions League, but still, when you play those elite teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and all these teams, you actually learn. You learn that in the Premier League, in the Champions League, especially when you're in knockout stages, it's different. Any mistake could be detrimental. It could be really fatal for the team, and you could get knocked out because of a mistake. And Newcastle are learning. They are first time not first time, but they are, getting to the Champions League here and there. They're contributing, but you don't really see them, I would say winning it. Is they're not like a candidate to win it or anything like that, but they are there to actually play their game, try to win. I love it. I love seeing man Newcastle doing such crazy stuff, man. A harsh but valuable lesson in margin at this level. This is what I would say about it. This is what I would say about it. But Barca, man, they are really press resistant, and they know how to handle teams, man. Barca. It's not like Pedri played very well, and I understand why Ash uh, likes the player. The guy is really good, Pedri, and but still, I would say good job from you guys. Even though it was a loss, but good job that you tried. You actually scored. You tried to get back, but Barcelona, uh, you know, played in the occasion, and this occasion was still bigger than Newcastle. And I hope next Newcastle can actually win or even qualify. I would love to see them later on in the upcoming stages uh, in the Champions League. And the last game we're going to talk about is Manchester City. Manchester City versus. Nah, that's not the one, bro. That's not the one. There we go. Manchester City dominated Napoli. Is it because they had a red card? Maybe. But I think, yeah, City, the both goals, the first one assist from Foden was an amazing, amazing pass through the lines. He passed it, I mean, he lobbed it from the top, and Haaland, followed up with a header, and he managed to score. And the second one was from Duco. He managed to dribble two players very fast, very quick. And now we're seeing more effectiveness from Duco. Usually he dribbles a lot, but never actually, I would say, uh, he never actually gets a end product. But this time he managed to get the end product. He managed to score. And I think, and I said it since they won against Manchester United, I think this is the wake up call for them. I think this is where we're going to see now City more and more looking themselves. And I think we're going to see more wins and more, I would say win streaks from City. And starting from that United game, we can see City really getting back slowly. Foden is back, Duco is back, and then Reinders played very well. City is City. You cannot ignore City. And of course, you cannot ignore the Don, Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is just a genius, and you don't win four Ps if you're not that good. You don't win the four Ps if you're not got that good. Yes, Napoli had a red card, but City managed to break them down. I would say fairly. The first half was not really. I mean, they couldn't break them down in the first half, but the second half they easily cut through them like a hot knife through butter. They cut them like a San Sebastian cake. It was very, very easy for City, and you can see it even in the stats in front of you: 23 shots, 74% possession, 805 passes compared to 281. I mean, what the hell, man? What the hell? But City, I mean, they won. Congratulations to City fans. I think it's a continuation from the Manchester United game, and I think we're gonna see City more and more actually win games, and this is gonna help them a lot in terms of form. And I didn't like that because you know why? Because Arsenal are gonna play City next. And this is going to be a very interesting game to watch. Liverpool are going to go to the Merseyside derby against Everton. I hope they lose. I hope they draw. I hope they lose points. They need to drop points, bro. I mean, if we're going to catch up with them, I don't think they will do Invincibles. Not really. I don't think they will do the Invincibles. But, I mean, we can just hope. We can just hope. So, what did we learn from match day one? Depth wins matches. Arsenal's bench proved it. Arsenal's bench actually proved it, you know. And also set pieces. People were talking about set pieces FC, and guess who won from a set piece twice? One time against Arsenal and the other time against Atletico Madrid with a header from Van Dijk. And that's Liverpool, you know. That's Liverpool. And Chelsea, man, bang average. Bang, bang average. Bang average. But sometimes it's about control over chaos, and that's what we saw from Tottenham. Uh, man, and this is it for me. This is it for me today. I broke down what I thought about the teams. I showed you the stats. Give me your thoughts. If you're watching in the replay, leave a comment. I mean, if you are here now, hit the like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And to be honest, it's a very, very interesting first match day. Excited, and I'm so happy that Arsenal won. And I hope next we go through and win against City on Sunday. We hope we win against City on Sunday. This is very crucial. And I hope Liverpool loses points against Everton. Come on, Grealish. I'm counting on you, Grealish, so you can do something against City, against Liverpool. You need to, I think Everton can get something, but Liverpool are showing the mentality, man. The mentality of Liverpool is nuts and crazy and really, really scary from them, man. They win every time in the last minutes, and it's frustrating. And on that note, I'll see you guys later. Catch up later in the next AAR that will be for the Premier League, and have a blessed day.